boxing games been missing. Y'all know the rest. 90 days of boxing, day 31. We are in the second third of this ridiculous challenge. I can't believe it's already 31 days, but we're here. We're being professional. We're coming to you guys live and direct every day. You know, I know this live is very late. You know, well, I'm on Pacific time, so I know back home on the East Coast it's like 3 a.m. something like that. Here on the West Coast, it's about to be midnight, so it's not quite the next day, but we're here. We're here to talk that boxing, and I'm here to, it's crazy. Like 90 days of boxing was supposed to be about just boxing, but now it's like morphed into like it's damn near a daily vlog series. So I feel like you guys are owing me every single day, right? But just to talk to you guys, just to give you guys a little rundown on my day today. You know, we did a little training. Well, not me, but my boy Eric Landers Jr. and Angelo did some training, and then did some running. So that's really the day today. But yeah, man, y'all got your questions. Drop them down below. We'll be here. We'll be here for maybe not a long time, but we'll definitely be here for a good time. So it's good to be here again. Hey, Sam, what's good, champ? He says, saludos, BT. Saludos to you, hey, Sam. Good to always see you in the chat. You know? I know, just so you guys know, while I'm sitting here, while I'm sitting here with this dog right here, while I'm sitting there with the dog, program reminder for you guys, Saturday morning, I'm not sure what the time will be, Pacific time, but Saturday morning, I will be live for Junto Nakatani versus Santiago, and then at nighttime, Pops is gonna be live for Berlanga versus Patrick McCroy. So yeah, gonna be a fun-filled day, and we're gonna have some special guests on that live. That's gonna be a lit one. Yeah, I can tell them who it is. I'm gonna tell them. Yeah, Angelo Leo's gonna be on. Angelo Leo will be live with me. That for that live. Eric Landers Jr. will be live for me for that live. I don't know if Johnny will be there, but hopefully my boy Johnny's there. I'll be there for the live. Now, Jesus Sam's getting nose. He's asking the pertinent question. He says, "Who is with you?" Shit, I'll tell you. I'll show you who's with me. Like my boy Johnny. Y'all know Johnny, the pride and joy of. Well, I can't say North Las Vegas no more, but just Vegas. In general. And we got my man right there. Y'all know who it is. Manny Pacquiao. The man, the myth, the legend, Albuquerque's very home, Angelo Leo. And then we got Pita the dog behind there. So that's what we're doing. I'm here getting my live, showing my face, talking to you guys. Yeah. If y'all got any questions for Johnny or Angelo, y'all can drop those too. The IBF ordered Jerome Boots Ennis versus Cody Crowley. Yeah, I did a video about that. That's a good fight. That's a good little fight. Boots needs a fight to stay busy, and Crowley's the highest available contender. We know Cody's a solid fighter. We know he's competent, but to what level of competency does he have? Is he on that Boots level? I don't think so. But they fight the fights for a reason. I heard Frank Sanchez. They offered him a G Cabello. The G Cabello, but he turned down Philip Hedwig to take on a G Cabello. Well, the WBC had already ordered a G Cabello, so that's why. But Jared Anderson's fighting in Rahid. The Falling Star. Good to see you again, Chevy says, "What's your favorite boxing documentary?" Abdul Wahid. My favorite boxing documentary. I forgot the name of it, but there's this one boxing documentary on YouTube, and it's the one where they follow Shannon Briggs around, and he meets Muhammad Ali, and he's with Teddy Atlas and stuff. I can't remember the name of it, but like it was a documentary about the business of boxing from like the 90s. I can't remember the name of it, but that's my favorite documentary. How many chances do you give Ryan Garcia to upset Devin Haney? Out of 100, like percentage wise. Yeah. By the way, shout out to all 6 of you guys here. Smash that like button. I'll give Ryan Garcia a 35% chance. Okay. Because Devin, they're both gonna rehydrate. Everyone's talking about Ryan rehydrating, but Devin's gonna rehydrate. What do you guys think? Do you know about that Baranchik guy that Navarrete is playing? Is he any good? I watched him fight Anthony Yigit one time on the undercard of Usyk and
Can you dig it,
Dubois. Yeah, can you dig it, Yigit? Yeah. He's done the special. They picked him for a reason. Navarrete should handle him. He's not anything too.
That's all WBO though, huh? Like, why did they?
They always find the most random guys. It's like
But like, why is Navarrete just fighting for the WBO?
He's cool with him. He knows a guy who knows a guy. But hold on. Let me get to these comments, Johnny, before you start ruling them off. Jesus M actually has a question for you, Johnny, and this is a question I'm sure you'd be happy to answer. He says, how did Johnny celebrate the World Cup?
How did Johnny celebrate the World Cup?
Oh, that's a good question.
Y'all want me to show you?
No, no, I don't know. If
No, we're gonna just
this is a Christian program, man. You may not be able to show.
I just ended. It was all like once it finished, I was on a high. I started crying. I cried for about a good 45 minutes, and then after that, I went down to the Las Vegas sign, celebrated there, and then towards the night, I felt better. And then I got drunk, and then I remembered. I woke up, and it was the next day, and I was a World Cup champion.
He's the World Cup champion. He did it, you know. And I'm gonna tell you guys this: the way he felt when the Panthers hoist the cup this year, I'm gonna feel the same way. I did it. After 22 years, I've been a Panther fan. So, but yeah, get them questions in, man. We just here, we just chilling, talking. The following starts asking like the best questions, man. You like I love boxing, but I love people start asking me questions about like the Marlins and the Panthers, right? Because everyone knows how much I love them teams. I'm wearing a Marlins shirt right now, actually. But my prediction for the Marlins this year, it's gonna be a down year. Like I don't think they're gonna win 84 games because they didn't spend any money. They lost Jorge Soler, that's like almost 40 home runs you're losing. They didn't replace him. I think the Marlins probably win about 73 to 74 games, and Jesus M wants to know, has Eric Lanzis Jr. sparred Emiliano Vargas? No, but they know each other. They know each other. When Emiliano came to Miami one time, Eric has a relationship with the Vargas family. He might have. I'm not sure. He might have. I'm not sure. But
I think you said they did.
Yeah, I think he said he might have. I don't know. But all you need to know is this. We're sharpening the blade. He's getting better. And it's going to be a great... it's going to take some time to improve, but he's going to improve, and he's going to be a factor in boxing. I can tell you that much. Just got to put the work in, and I'm sure he'll be all right, you know? But yeah, man. Day 31. I'll tell you guys, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Andy Dominguez. He saw my video that I did about him, about the Yanquiel Rivera fight for this week on the Berlanga undercard. That's going to be a great fight, guys. If y'all are looking for one fight this weekend on any card that nobody's talking about that's going to wind up being really, really good, it's going to be that fight. You got Yanquiel Rivera, who's been fast-tracked as a top-flight amateur, Puerto Rican Olympian, a lot of expectation on him. And he's fighting Andy Dominguez, a guy that's really relatively unknown to the boxing world, but I know who he is because I seen him train here in Vegas, and I've followed his career very closely. I actually think that Andy is Salas's best fighter. I really think that highly of him, and I think this is going to be his coming out party. So shout out to Andy, man. I really do think he's going to do big things this weekend. Falling Star wants to know, which boxing fight would you sit at front row price? You know what boxing fight? I'll tell you. In fact, I can show you, but I can tell you. When that man right there fights Naoya Inoue, if I had to pay front row, that's the fight I'd be at. You know, but we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. You know, one fight at a time. One fight at a time. It's like one day at a time. It's like I tell Eric every day. It's like, man, one day at a time. Yeah, shout out to the Marlins.
I've never seen it.
My man right here says, authorized seller Australia says, hit the likes and share, please, guys. It'll help BT. Exactly, it'll help. But look, even if you don't, like right now, True School Sports is popping right now. We got the Carmel Moen interviews doing really good. We got the Jahan Ingram interview doing really good. We got the Arnold Barbosa Jr. interview doing really good. We got more interviews. There's 5 more interviews dropping tomorrow. So watch out for those, you know. And more on the way. So listen, I do, honestly, at this point, I do these lives. A lot of times I don't even expect much. It's actually like very therapeutic for me because a lot of times I'll be in my head a lot and there's always so much going on in boxing. So it's good for me to like be on here and just talk my shit for like however long I'm here. So, you know, if y'all got any questions, feel free to ask. Johnny says that I need to do 365 days of boxing. No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that because even someone like me needs a rest. You know, fighters don't even train a whole year straight. Even they need time off.
You think you can do it?
I could do it, but it's like the quality of the lives is eventually going to drop off, you know? BT, do a Bob Arum impression, please. Are you sure you're ready for that? You guys, it's late. But yeah, I'll do one. Why not? You know, we'll keep it simple, you know. Bob Arum loves Puerto Rican fighters. He's like, you know, Miguel Cotto, he was a great Puerto Rican fighter. And when he fought, the stabbings in New York subways went down 30%. So that shows you. No, I'm joking.
Did he ever say that?
No, he
before?
never said that. I'm just-
I was
I'm
gonna say, I
joking.
heard him say that before.
Excuse me?
I'm joking, but there's your impression, Jesus. Which fight would you wish will come to the Marlins Stadium? That's a hell of a question. I'll give you two fights. So I'll give you a fight with somebody I don't know and somebody I do know. I would like to see Eric Lances Jr. defend the world title at Marlins Park one day, if not Homestead Motor Speedway. But if not that, at Marlins Park, it had to be like a Latin fighter. So I'm gonna say Roman Gonzalez against. I don't know if it would sell like that. It has to be a big fight. Well, what do you think? We can be a good fight at Marlins Park.
At Marlins Park?
At Marlins Park, South Florida. I think Latin fighters. I can't think of one right now. Listen, honestly, truthfully, I don't give a damn what fight comes to Marlins Park. I just want to fight to come to Marlins Park so I can go cover it. But how about Naya Inoue?
How about Frank Sanchez and Philip Herkovich?
Yeah, there you go. Philip Herkovich versus Tyson Fury. There you go. That's my fight.
Frank Sanchez because he's Cuban.
He Cuban. They can stack they can stack the undercard Cubans. They can put Lorenzo Medina on the undercard. They'll sell tickets. There's all kinds of guys. Which dead fighter would you want to interview? Oh, that's easy. Joe Louis, hands down.
I'd like to interview Edwin Valero.
Joe Louis. Joe Louis.
Valero?
Edwin
He's a
Valero.
killer.
Oh, you really
So you know what? You asked the question to Johnny, right? Well, Johnny doesn't do interviews, but I guess Johnny, we'll ask Johnny that question. If you could talk to one fighter in history, Johnny, who would it be?
If I could
That's
talk
dead.
about
Has to be dead.
Edwin Valero because he was a killer.
Edwin Valero.
Yeah.
You know who else would be good? You know what?
That fool had a crazy look in his
I'd
eyes.
ask him about his sparrings too because they said he stopped Oscar De La Hoya in sparring.
Yeah.
He did. And he knocked out Urbano on Tion.
Yeah. How about you, Angelo? Who would you talk to? Dead fighter. Any fighter in history.
I know
Who you talking to?
to? I know who he'll pick.
Who? Who would he pick?
No,
All right.
no.
Hold on. So Johnny
Ever
going.
talk to a fighter?
Hold on.
Johnny gonna tell me. I don't know why you're gonna tell me in my ear.
I'll tell you who you-
Who? Oh, okay. All right. All right. He told me who it was. Who? Okay. So, who would it be, Angelo? Who would it be?
A dead fighter.
Well, that guy's.
Oh wait, no,
That guy's not even
Never
dead.
mind,
That's what I'm
never mind, he's not
saying.
dead,
That
never
guy's not
mind.
even dead. He
That's
said
stupid.
Roberto Duran. Duran's not even dead.
Hold on, I had a brain fart. My bad.
What about
Never mind.
who is
I had a brain fart.
who is Johnny Tapia?
Tapia? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll give you guys one. Salvador Sanchez.
Salvador Sanchez.
We'll go Salvador. We'll go Salvador. You can't go wrong with Salvador.
Who would you ask him?
Probably just ask him about the Arguello fight. You know how he would have felt like going into
I'd
that
ask him
fight.
how much he ran, because that nigga had like iron bones.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. You know, his training regimen.
Yeah, I want to know his training regimen. I want to know why he was able to last so long and just throw punches and punches.
I want to know where he got his slickness from.
He was elusive.
He was very elusive because Mexican fighters don't have the reputation for being elusive, and he was very elusive. You know.
He really was.
Yeah, that's the best answer. Pablo Cesar Cano will upset Shakram Giyashov. Oh yeah, that fight this weekend too.
Pablo Cesar Cano, he can crack him.
When Pablo hit his ass.
I still remember Ashley Theophane told me that the hardest punch he's ever been hit by was Pablo Cesar Cano.
Did he really?
Oh, Paulo Cesar Cano?
Yep.
He could punch, huh?
Is Yankee Rivera versus Dominguez under the radar fight? Hell yeah, it is. It's an amazing fight. Yankee Rivera, like I said, Puerto Rican Olympian, good fighter. They're trying to fast track him. I don't know if they picked the right guy with Andy, but he better make sure Andy don't hit his ass too much, because Andy can crack. Canelo hasn't fought at 147 before. Yes, he has. He fought early in his career at 47, way back in the day, like before he was even on TV. In fact, Canelo fought Leonardo Tyner. Canelo theoretically could have fought guys like Sean Porter or Adrian Granados, you know, when he was younger, but obviously that didn't happen. But he was a 47-pounder. But most people don't realize that. I'm pretty sure when he fought not Shane Mosley, but when he fought Larry Mosley, his American debut. That you said Cano? Oh, I thought you said Canelo. See, I see the C and the A and the O, and I think it's Canelo. Corey Lee Boxing, what's good, champ? Good to see you. Hope all is well. God bless. Make sure y'all smash that like button so we can get as many people in here as possible. What are my feelings on Nico Ali Walsh? I don't really have any. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about Nico Ali Walsh, but
You've known Stephanie forever.
but he's a good fighter. You know, he's
She's my
he's an
cousin.
okay fighter. You know, he's trying to make it in the sport of boxing. You know, I don't think that he should have been promoted as much as he was. I think Top Rank should have let Nico Ali Walsh just build in silence, and then once he got polished up, then you present him to the world. But they wanted to present him as Muhammad Ali, the grandson of the greatest of all time, and you know, he was on TV. It was a lot of unnecessary pressure on the kid.
Grandson.
That's how I was. Joe Tessitore.
That's what everyone knows him as.
Yeah.
the grandson.
Yeah, and then like he goes like Madison Square Garden and he sees like a speed bag that is Muhammad Ali. He's like, yeah, my grandfather had the speed bag. You know, like
It's so corny.
I wonder like my whole thing with Top Rank with him, right, is like what was the big fight gonna be for him?
I'm gonna go live.
Huh?
I'm gonna go live too.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't see Rivera versus Dominguez on the betting odds. Really?
They must
Yeah.
know something we don't.
They must know something we don't.
Rivera.
Yeah, Yankee Rivera versus Andy Dominguez.
Oh.
It's a good fight, man.
That is a good.
It's a hell of a fight. And then that's not the only good fight on that card. You got you know that dude that knocked out Kyle Yafai, Jonathan Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
He's fighting
Puerto Rican?
Antonio Vargas.
Bumble? Is it Bumble?
No, not Jonathan Gonzalez. I'm talking about Jonathan Rodriguez.
Oh, okay.
I know it's like kind of similar, but
Okay, I get it.
Oh,
they're
no,
two.
Bumba's the Puerto Rican.
No, they're both like Puerto
Puerto
Ricans.
Rican
They're both Puerto Ricans,
Oh, they are?
and they're both southpaws.
Oh, really?
So I'm not you know, but no, Rodriguez fought, you know, Kyle Yafai, the one that Romo Gonzalez knocked out. So
Yeah.
Rodriguez fought him on Diego Pacheco's last fight on the undercard, and he knocked Kyle Yafai out in one round, and retired him. And now he's fighting in a WBA eliminator against Antonio Vargas, and it's on that Berlanga undercard this weekend. And the winner of that fight becomes Takuma Inoue's mandatory challenger. So, or the Takuma Inoue, Jerwin, and Kaz winner because they're fighting each other.
What's your thoughts on Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall?
I think that fight, you know, I would have loved to seen it like immediately, like in 2020, was it 2 when it happened? But like neither one of them's done a whole lot since that fight, and it's just like at this point that there's no momentum behind it, there's no hype behind it. I would have been okay without seeing it at this point, just because like I feel like Josh Taylor should just move up to 47 and try to campaign there and try to become a player in the division. Catterall, all he's done is fight Linares since then, and Linares is a shell of himself. He's a corpse of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure. Like I saw that they had the press conference today. It was a good like little press conference from the clips I seen, but I'm not like the most gassed about it. And you know, Johnny, I love me some Josh Taylor. You know, I'm the president of the Josh Taylor American fan club, but I'm not really too gassed about it. Being honest.
What do you think is next for Antonio Moran?
What do I think is next for him?
Yeah.
He just fought
Yeah, you still gotta watch that card.
Antonio Moran fought on
No,
your
that's
undercard.
That's mine.
He fought on your card. He fought Duno.
You are half asleep, man.
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, got a light look out.
Tonight.
About to call it a night. Angelo about to call it a night. But did you know that Benavidez turned pro 175? Yes, I did. And that's actually one of the reasons why I go off about him not moving up. Because it's like, bro, like, Canelo is not going to fight you.
Did you see that Ryan Garcia still hasn't agreed to do any body testing?
Good. It's going to be a good fight. No, I'm joking. What are your thoughts on BKFC? I've had a chance to watch a couple of their cards and fights. I like it.
Is that bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle, yeah.
Oh,
I like it. Here, Johnny.
Can I make
Talk to him.
Can I make 2 dream fights for bare knuckle?
Go ahead.
I want to see Andrew Strode and Rambo at bare knuckle.
Rambo?
Yeah.
I like
bare
Rambo.
knuckle. And then I want to see the champion
Austin Trout?
at bare knuckle with Ishe Smith. I need that.
I need that. I need the
We need Ishe Smith versus Austin Trout.
That's
I need
the
to
mega
box.
fight of BKFB.
That'd be
former
good.
boxing
You
world
got 2
champions,
boxers.
bro.
You got 2 boxers doing it big.
And now why
They
do you
don't-
want Strode and what's his name? Rambo.
Rambo.
'Cause Rambo's
This hood. He's this hood dude from like Fort Lauderdale. He look like Kodak. Like think of Kodak like a light skinned Kodak. Like that's how he is. And he's a hood dude, bro. He's entertaining. He knocks dudes out. I like Rambo.
Is he like a Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, he come to put people in body bags. We like Rambo.
How's the Florida street fighting scene?
The street fighting. I don't know what it's like these days, but I mean, I know Kimbo Slice is like the OG.
Right.
The first, it's funny. It's funny I have the YouTube channel because
Then
like
you had what's the name? The Cuban UFC fighter that was in it too.
who? Yo Romero.
No, the other one.
Oh, what's his name? Hector Lombard.
No, the big UFC. He's fought. What's his name?
Is it the dude that went to jail?
Game Bred Fighters.
Oh, Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
Jorge Masvidal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, shout out to him. I like Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
What do you think about?
Hold on. Let me get to the comments. He says, "When are you going back to Florida?" I'm not really sure. Listen, every day I'm taking a day at a time. The plan right now, I'm probably gonna go to the Comatau Ford fight, and then I'll be home sometime in early March. But I don't know exactly when. Why do you guys care if I'm back in Florida? Is it because you want the earlier lives? What's the?
What do you think about Clarissa Shields calling out Keith Thurman?
I'll get to that in a second. NASCAR F1. NASCAR. We don't. F1's a trash elitist sport. It's for the Europeans. Not.
F1 is trash.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it our show?
Like honestly, I'm not really a big fan of NASCAR, but I feel like because where I live, like literally the street that I live on, where I live in Florida, it's literally like the boulevard of like one of the most famous NASCAR tracks. So I gotta say NASCAR.
I'm just mad that I bet on Checo, and then towards the end, he just couldn't make that final curve, and they ate him up at the curve.
He said the Marlins got a nice core of young guys, though. I mean, the Marlins always have a nice young core, but the thing is, like, the teams in our division, the Phillies, the Mets, the Braves, they spend so much money, and it's just like, bro, the Marlins, I'm not saying the Marlins got to break the bank, but every now and then, it'd be nice if the Marlins just signed, like, a marquee player. Just once every now and then. That's just me, though.
I saw you interviewed Arnold Barboza.
I
Who
did.
would you like for Arnold Barboza next?
That's a good question.
Matchmaker VT.
My matchmaker hat on. If I had it my way, Arnold Barbosa Jr. would actually fight the guy he was supposed to fight when Tio came to 40, which is Teofimo Lopez. But since he's not with Top Rank and it's probably might be a little harder, I would just say if you keep it in house, he could fight Jose Ramirez, or he could fight another guy I interviewed, Jose Zepeda.
Chon?
Chon.
Sean's always an exciting fight.
Chon's always an exciting fight. Chon don't know what a boring fight. Actually, that's not true. Let's calm down.
Hitchens.
He fought Richard Hitchens.
Hitchens though.
You know.
Well, he didn't do it. He didn't do his job as.
He didn't do his job to cut the ring off and make it.
Yeah.
You know, Ezra. I feel like you could speak to this, man. When you fight someone like Richard Hitchens, how do you like how do you neutralize? I guess they call it the hit and not get hit style. How do you neutralize
I
that?
put my Julio Cesar Chavez hat on, and I cut the ring off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that. So you put the hat on
A
and
lot of these guys, they don't know how to cut the ring off.
yeah,
You cut the ring off. Yeah. You gotta have quick feet as well.
gotta have quick feet.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a square circle, as they call
Mhm.
it.
So you gotta know where you are in the ring.
Yeah, and you gotta have the head movement.
Yeah.
You gotta. I mean.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Bentley. He says, "Y'all, I'm in Florida catching this live at 3 a.m. Damn, let's go, champ." Look, well, it's 3 a.m. in Florida, but it was just before midnight here on the West Coast, so I had to keep the streak going. But Bentley, salute to you, champ, for rocking with us in the wee hours of the morning, man. I'm just here with my boys, my guys, Johnny and Angelo. We just sitting here talking shit, having fun. It's been a long day today. Another day on the road to greatness in boxing.
Today
Right,
today was actually the anniversary of Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera's third fight.
Great fight.
Oh.
What do you remember from those
The
fights?
third fight.
A lot of punches being thrown.
A lot of fun.
But like Morales and Barrera, it wasn't like Gotti and War. Like they were throwing a lot of punches, but I feel like there was a lot more IQ involved in those fights. Like there was more going on than like Gotti and War was just like, yo, you load up, I load up, we drop our hands, no defense. Like let's just go. Let's see who has bigger balls. But like Morales and Barrera,
They were like throwing some feints in there.
they're throwing some feints. They're setting things up. Omek wants to know, why do I think Odebek Komatar beats Raymond Ford? Just to put it bluntly, just because I think Raymond Ford's a front runner. Like I think Raymond Ford he's good about he has some good things about him, but I think I just think Odebek's conditioning, his stamina, his physicality, his punch selection, just all those things are gonna play a big role. And everyone's talking about Raymond Ford like he's this slick fighter. And when I went back and I watched the tape on him, when he fights volume punchers, he's not that slick fighter that everyone makes him out to be. He's only a slick fighter when he can control the pace. He's not going to be able to control the pace as much as I think he wants to in this fight. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Odebek outboxes him. I could see Odebek just boxing him. That most people might think that's crazy, but I think it's very possible.
I want to see Conor Benn fight Adrian Broner.
Could you explain what is pure boxing? I'm gonna get to that in a second. Could you explain what is pure boxing? I always get confused by definition and what counts as pure. So look, some people will say that pure boxing is like Shakur Stevenson and Richard Hitchens. Honestly, look, to me, the purest boxer in the sport is Dimitri Bivol. Like, I think Bivol, there is no more pure boxer than Dimitri Bivol because he transitions from offense to defense seamlessly. He's got great feints. All those things. Like, so to me, when I think of pure boxer, I think of fighters that can transition from offense to defense seamlessly. So like Salvador Sanchez, even Terrence Crawford, Bivol, these kind of guys, you know?
So I'm going to ask you this. Why do you also believe that Vita Viva is going to beat Bivol when you just explained Bivol to me?
Because Better Biev he's not a pure boxer, but he's an elite boxer. It's like people think Better Biev is just this come forward bulldozer. And he is a bulldozer. Like, he's going to get you out of there. But literally, like, Better Biev won the AIBA World Championships. He's outboxed countless people. He's actually one of those guys that found the happy medium of being a technical elite fighter and being a precision puncher at the same time. I don't think Bivol doesn't have the power to keep him off, and I don't think he's going to be able to feint him all fighting to do what he normally does. So Bivol is going to have to actually fight Better Biev and sit down on his punches. And I just think Bivol has gotten so used to winning fights by UD over all these years that's not something that's really in him. But maybe I'm wrong. I really don't think Bivol or Better Biev has really beat any of the opponents they beat in their career with their A game. I don't think Bivol has beat anybody with his A game, and I don't think Better Biev has beat anybody with his A game. So hopefully they bring out the best in each other.
And I heard Liam Paro pulled out that Subriel Matiz fight.
He pulled out?
Yeah.
I heard that was happening, but he pulled out?
Or it's not happening.
It's not happening, but it's because he pulled out?
I think so, yeah.
Oh. Shout out to everyone here. It's your boy BT, 90 Days of Boxing, day 31. You know, get your comments in. There's a lot of great comments. Shout out to everyone rocking out with us, especially from the East Coast, because we know it's late, you know. He says, you're a fellow Florida boy. Of course I'm tuned. Exactly. I don't know what part of Florida you're from, but, you know, if you're from South Florida, definitely South Florida, stand up. And he says, and you are an advocate for Inoue, which is my favorite boxer right now. I love Inoue. You know, I want to address this just real briefly, right? Because, you know, I've had a lot of people in my comment section, you know, with the recent Carmel Mo interview, with my thoughts on the whole Yamato Damashi comments from Inoue, like about American fighters. People think I hate Inoue, and I don't hate Inoue. And it's hilarious to me because it's like, bro, a lot of people, I remember when I used to talk about Inoue, and people would say, nobody gives a crap about Japanese fighters, and this guy is, you're just trying to be a nerd, you're a boxing nerd, and all these kind of things. And now Inoue is kind of like mainstream, and everyone wants to talk about him. So it's funny like that the guy who's covered him more than any American boxing content creator gets called a hater, which is ridiculous. I love Inoue, and I have a deeper appreciation for him than anybody that's criticized me, honestly. I haven't met anybody who has criticized me about any of my Inoue comments that has the kind of like insight or appreciation or perspective on his career that I have. That's just the truth. Where else? One more comment, then we'll go back to Johnny. He says, yo, Ford is watching and he's gonna call you. Oh, whatever, cool. Like, I'll tell you this, if Raymond Ford wins the world title, you're welcome.
What did you say?
He said Raymond Ford's gonna watch the live and go on Twitter. You might. Listen, he's a fan. Like when I go to upstate New York, I'm gonna come with a True School sports shirt. I'm gonna give it to him, cause he's a fan. And, you know, I appreciate all my fans. Love my fans. You know. What was your question, Johnny?
I was gonna say I had a question, but I forgot it. Oh, who should step in for Subriel Matiz?
For Paro?
Paro, yeah.
That's a good question. I would like
Because now Barboza could step in, right?
Barboza theoretically could step in, or you know, this is like a random matchup. It's mad random. Andy Hiroka. You know Andy Hiroka?
Yeah.
The 140 pounder. The Ohashi promotion got to step him up. He ain't really been fighting nobody. He has good wins on his resume, but he hasn't fought anybody in a long time. So I would like that fight.
So you want him to lose?
Wait, Peter Nuts out here trying to test my box knowledge. He said, watch Opataya. He's a beautiful fighter to watch. He's a wrecking machine. And then he said, you wouldn't even know who Opataya is. You got the wrong, bro. I don't know who you think you're talking to. I don't know, I don't know what channel you think this is. This is the home of boxing. Of course I know who Jai Opataya is. I'm one of the only American channels that covered his win against Marius Briedis. You better put some respect on my name. You know, I've made probably like I'm gonna say anywhere from 5 to 7 videos about Opataya. Opataya gets covered. Opataya gets his just due. Opataya, I'm the guy that when the big Saudi card happened, just to put you in check, when the big Saudi card happened and everyone was dick riding Wilder and Joshua and Bivol, you know what I said? You can go back to that live. I literally said before he got that knockout, I said Opataya might be the most talented fighter on the entire card. That's what I said that. All right, so let's not get disrespectful. I like Opataya. I would like to see all the guys at cruiserweight fighting the champions. And I'll tell you this: one guy that I know personally that I've talked to that really wants that fight, and I gotta be honest, he's my guy. He's a great friend of mine. I love him to death. He's like, out of all the British fighters I know, he's the closest person I know in the UK for boxing. And that's my boy Isaac Chamberlain. True warrior, will fight anybody, has fought the who's who of his division. He's British champion now. He wants to fight Opataya, and he sees some things that he likes stylistically about that fight. And I would love that fight if it happened, but it's a tough fight, you know. You ready to go? Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm ready to go.
All right. Angelo's gonna get out of here, but you know, get your Z's, man. Get your Z's. Guts and Glory says Bruce Carrington's calling out Inoue, but he needs to worry about Bernardo Lopez, Brave Vargas, Espinoza, Komatov, and Rebase Ramirez.
He should fight Rebase Ramirez. I like that fight.
And that's a good fight because
wherever you want to go out, you want to go out this way, this way.
that's a good fight because they're both ranked. Komatov or Carrington's ranked 8th in the WBO. I think Rebase's like 4, so that's a fight Top Rank could do easily. Well, no, Isaac fought Chris Miller-Smith in a great fight. That was a great fight. That was one of the best fights in British boxing in a long time. One of the better fights they had. But I don't think Opataya wants to fight. I don't think CBS and Boxer and Ben Shalom want that Opataya fight. I'm sure Chris Miller-Smith does, but Ben Shalom and people that run his career, they go on another route. So it is what it is. And Boxing Aficionado, yeah, you know, not to down any other channels, but this, we not them other channels, man. We really love the sport here. You know, we cover as many fighters as possible. I wish I could show you guys. I got a whole thing in my notes on my phone of prospects, like guys that nobody talks about. That I got to do videos about, and I still got to get to it. Tio's father was talking BS about Matias and looked like he was about to have a heart attack when he heard Matias is available again. Well, they should fight because the initial plan was always going to be for Matias to fight Tio at Madison Square Garden in June for Puerto Rican Day weekend. So why not? By the way, the 16 of you here, and I only got 8 likes, man. Y'all are being a little stingy, man. Help me out, man. Help. Not just me, but help boxing, man. These lives are good for boxing. You know, this is good. This is good, world class, like authentic. You know, just chill boxing talk. You know, smash that like button, man. I'm not begging or nothing, but it helps. You know, we still got like 30 minutes or so, and then if my phone dies before then, that'll be that. Why don't you cover the 224 division if this is the home of boxing? Because I just haven't had the time to cover the 224 division. When I got a little more time now. I'm catching up on some content. We will get to the 224 division, the Bridgeweight division. And when I do, you'll see. I know, going back to Guts and Glory's comment, like, I know a lot of people don't like it, but man, I'll tell you this, man. Every time Bruce Carrington fights, he's getting big knockouts. He's exciting. He speaks well. He's cool. He's becoming one of them guys at featherweight right now, early in the preliminary stages, that I really do want to see Inoue fight. Like him, you know, Angelo, obviously, Rafael Espinoza, Komatov. I mean, those are like the 4 guys I want to see him fight. Those are the 4 guys I want to see him fight, but he's definitely in the mix. I mean, he needs to get like a step up in class and fight like a guy in the top 15 or the top 10. But yeah, no, Shushu's awesome to watch. I always get excited to watch Shushu Carrington fight, and you should too. I don't see Foster versus Navarrete happening now. Foster should focus on 130. I think I honestly think I know there's been a lot of back and forth about Foster and Lamont Roach. I think that fight's gonna happen. I have faith that that fight happens. Which major European countries should try to go? Imagine European countries. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I think you named it. I think Matchroom Boxing tried it for a little bit. You know, they had Matchroom Boxing in Italy, but I used to watch some of those cards. The Matchroom Boxing Italy cards kind of sucked. They were, you know, because they were doing it with Italian fighters, and like no disrespect to the Italian fighters, but Italian boxing just ain't it. It's not very high quality, you know. So I don't know. I'm not really too sure. Y'all could probably tell me. I'll tell you this though, I'm really excited for that. I'm gassed for that. That whole Junta Nakatani live is gonna be crazy on Saturday. You know. I know it's mad late though, so you know.
You good?
Wait, Johnny said I'm good.
We on the live, nigga.
We on the live. We on the live. Yeah. Yeah, we out. We just chilling on the porch.
Yo, we outside.
We outside. So Johnny, look, forget me for a second. What's on your mind, Chan? What's on your mind in the boxing world, man?
On the boxing world, man. You know what? At first I wasn't sold on him, but now I'm probably his biggest fan.
Who?
At 135 pounds, he's probably
Who we talking
one
about?
of my favorite at 135, alongside with Shakur Stevenson, and it's Keyshawn Davis.
Why is that? You on the
you
Keyshawn
know,
Davis bandwagon
I'm
now?
on the Keyshawn Davis bandwagon. I like Keyshawn Davis. I like how he performed. I liked how he presented himself, and he won a fight. He's a fight motherfucker. So I
Ooh,
like
okay.
I like Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see me repping the Tigre?
Yeah. You got anything else on your mind?
I've pretty much asked you the majority of my boxing questions.
No, but I'm saying, what's on your mind, man? We see. I know you're really big on your Argentinian fighters. You
We gotta
Argentinian.
spend time with. What's big on my mind is I gotta spend more time with Jesus, man. So.
You know what?
I'm gonna be honest. You know, I've been falling off of my biblical word, and and
Let's ask the chat, man. We know, and everybody here might not be Christians. They might not be saved, but how's everyone's relationship with God? I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you. My relationship with God was great right now. Like I feel like every time I come to Vegas or I just leave South Florida, I'm closer to God. I gotta rely on Him more. So I've been reading my Bible. I've been praying. I've been praying for a lot of things, and God is making so many great things happen in my life. Like it's
the door.
a beautiful time to be alive.
Yes, sir. You know.
The Hand History Vault says we don't know how good Davis really is. We don't, but
I seen Tank in the gym. I'll tell you, Tank is a really good fighter.
What, Gervonta Davis?
Gervonta Davis and Keyshawn Davis. I have not seen Keyshawn Davis in the gym, but now I'm starting to think that that's probably who he asked about. But I'm a fan of Keyshawn Davis. I like Keyshawn Davis.
I like Keyshawn Davis too. You know what? Like I'll tell you this. I've met all these guys like Devin and Shakur and Tank in person. You know, I enjoy my time with all of them. But I'll tell you this, man. Keyshawn Davis in person, he's got a special like personality. Like there's a different type of energy that he has. I think Keyshawn Davis, if marketed properly, could actually be a legitimate star in boxing.
Yeah.
Not just in boxing. I feel like Keyshawn Davis could be a star outside of boxing because he's got like a likability factor to him. I think that's just me though.
Because at first, I wouldn't say I was the biggest fan because I really wanted him to win that gold medal. And then when he lost, he said,
I'm on to bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things. And me personally, I didn't like that because I felt like bigger and better things is that gold medal because the U.S. really needed that gold medal. But due to his recent performances, I feel like he's been performing well. And, like, every time he steps up, he's doing great. Like, besides that one slip-up that he had with what's it called? Not a slip-up, but it was like a majority decision.
Yeah.
That dude that beat Balderas, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
And they had like majority decision. After that, he fought Pedraza.
Correct.
And he had a great showing with Pedraza. And he said that, and I just like that he's willing to fight everyone.
We're gonna switch gears for a second, Johnny. Now the viewers asking the real important, pertinent questions. My man E.K. Trent says, "Who do you got? Eddie Hearn versus Leonard Ellaby? That's the fight. That's the mega fight in boxing. That's really the fight we need to make in boxing."
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I like Leonard Ellerby and I like Eddie Hearn, so I'm gonna reserve my judgment on that one.
I like
In
that.
my
See,
personal-
he's
you know.
being very diplomatic. But me, I don't gotta be diplomatic. Eddie Hearn gonna stomp that boy. Eddie, listen, he in shape now too. He in shape. He training. You know,
I like them both. I like
a
them
lot.
both.
Listen,
All I gotta say is this week too, my boy fought Andres Cortez, and I thought he performed well, and he did good. And every time he's stepping up, he was the underdog against Xavier Martinez. Now we stopped Brian Chevalier. I think he's ready for that WBO title shot. If the belt goes vacant,
for who?
I'd like to see-
Is it 130?
Yep, I'd like.
So
to
cool.
see,
Who's the WBO champion there?
You know, Navarrete, but since he's vacant, I think he's number 2, and I think Albert Bell is number 1. And
So
they're
he got to
both-
fight Albert Bell.
And they're both my boys, and I feel like regardless, I'm gonna be happy anyways, because one of my friends is gonna be world champion, so
Well,
I'd like to see that fight happen.
You brought up
And it makes
130.
sense.
He brought up 130, right? So I'm gonna speak my piece on 130 right now because my favorite 130 pounder in the world. You already know what I'm going to say. Otar Renosian. That's my guy. Like the real Pitbull, not this Isak Cruz nonsense, but the real Pitbull. He kind of got screwed recently because he's the #1 contender. He just knocked out Roger Gutierrez in the WBA final eliminator, but they're allowing Jonah Carroll, who's the ` 2 contender, to fight Lamar Roach, and they're ordering the winner of that fight to fight Otar 120 days within 120 days after that fight takes place. But I don't like that because I feel like it lends to the chance of the fact that, you know, the winner of that fight could file an exemption or unification fight could get made, and then I think Otar Aronosian gets a short end of the stick.
Or what if?
I don't think he should get a short end of the stick because he did the right thing. He became mandatory challenger.
Or what if one of the guys just hurt their hands and they gotta pull back? And the fight
Exactly.
stops,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know?
So he became mandatory of August of last year, and I don't think it's fair that he may be mandatory for over a year before he gets a world title shot. And I think it's bad for boxing because when you talk about in the 130 division, like entertainment value,
Is he getting step aside money at least?
I don't know. I gotta do some digging. I gotta ask the man myself.
If anything, I'd like to see John O'Carroll fight Otar Aronosian.
He don't want that smoke.
Otar
Otar will beat the freaking brakes off Jonah Carroll. And I like Jonah Carroll. Like I've covered his fights. Like he's cool.
Yeah.
But he don't want no smoke with Otar. What do you think of the new boxing scene? It's weird.
I
mean,
think boxing is in a good place.
no, not
I
boxing,
think
boxing scene. Cause did you hear the news about BoxingScene.com?
Oh, there you go. Fought out
By ProBox.
So what are they gonna do with
And
that?
I like
I've never
ProBox.
really
Like shout out to
understood that.
ProBox. I got nothing but good things to say about ProBox. But so far, like the boxing scene website looks weird, and I don't know. I like the original. I thought it was fine just the way it was.
I've seen that. It does look weird. Yeah.
It's
I like
weird.
the original one either, but shout out to the people at ProBox.
But ProBox, I mean, I'm sure ProBox will make some
I'll tell you one
adjustments.
thing,
and
man. ProBox is one of the best promotional companies in boxing right now, man.
It's my favorite company in boxing.
Good fights, man.
good fighters and
Good
great
fighters
fights.
and great fights.
We don't
Man,
promote
got a great-
boxers. We promote boxing.
Yeah. Matter of fact, they got a great boxer on this table.
He was just here
He was
in
just
the
here.
live. Angelo Leo. Can Ancajas upset Takumo? Who are you and Johnny picking? What do you think?
I'm picking Tacoma.
I'm picking Takuma, but you know who I'm picking at 118?
But the thing is,
Okay.
one thing I noticed about Filipino fighters, this is my personal opinion,
Talk to him, Johnny.
but I don't think a lot of Filipino fighters know how to fight on the inside. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I want you guys to try to find me any Filipino fighter that can fight on the inside. And I know the majority of you guys will probably say Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao, he's more of a combination bowling puncher, and he doesn't really like to stay on the inside as much. So I wouldn't necessarily say Pacquiao, but outside of that, like the majority of Filipino fighters, they're known for being big punchers. So usually when you're on the inside with a Filipino fighter, they're not good at fighting on the inside. So that's just my personal opinion. And I don't know if Tacoma is going to be able to get on the inside.
Takuma's not really an inside fighter.
yeah.
Takuma's like he's a
Yeah.
good, disciplined, regimented Japanese fighter.
That's why I think it's an interesting fight, because Fernando Puma Martinez, he was able to get on the inside and give him trouble and beat him twice.
Yeah.
Because that's just the style that gives them trouble, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm not saying not all Filipino fighters know how to fight on the inside, but the vast majority don't know how to fight on the inside. So
Yeah. That's a good fight. I mean,
I-
I'll lean towards Takuma. But I'll tell you this, man. I don't care, bro. The only guy I care about at bantamweight, really, you want to know my favorite bantamweight in the world is?
Oh.
The #8 WBA contender, Lawrence B.T. Newen. That's why I like. South
Lawrence
Florida.
B.T. Newen.
Boynton Beach, stand up.
Yeah.
I love me some Lawrence B.T. Newen. really skilled boxer. I think I've thought for years like he had world championship potential. He just needs to get like I don't know what it is. I don't know who runs his career, but like he needs to really go ahead and
Why don't you tell the people that pro box to put him on?
I will. You know. Why is Johnny biased towards Argentinian fighters?
What is that, Hyro?
Like so this account right just
Yeah.
Jesus Rodriguez, that's definitely high roll. Like just the way these
Yeah.
questions are being worded and
Yeah.
like that choice of name, that's definitely high. That's a high roll troll account. Like
I'm not answering any questions from Hyro.
yeah, we're not because they beefing right now. It's like freaking the Bloods versus the Crips right now with them.
No need to answer. I ain't gotta answer nothing.
Hell. The following star says, "Do you think Tokyo will have a chance to become a new Vegas of boxing with so much boxing title fights happening there? It's very hard to do."
Nobody will ever be lost.
Nobody. I'm gonna tell you why nobody will ever be Las Vegas because Las Vegas has a lot of casino money and a lot of the higher rollers go there. Maybe Johnny's from Vegas. He could probably tell.
Forget all that. All right. When you go to a casual sports fan or a casual anything fan, where do they say, "You want to watch the fights? Where's the fight at?" They all say Vegas. No one nowadays, or in 10 years, 20 years, they're going to say, "You want to watch the mega fight? You want to watch the big fight? Let's go to Saudi Arabia." They're not going to say that. So Vegas is always the place to go. No one says, "Yeah, I saw this big fight in California. I saw this big fight in Florida. I saw this big fight." No, when you think of big fights and the mecca of boxing, just through the significance of the history of boxing, you look at Vegas boxing. So... and what's crazy is we don't bring in the best boxers, but we do bring in the best boxers.
Events.
Events.
Yeah. Following star says, "What's your Kosai Tanaka fight prediction? If he wins next, who do you want to see him fight?" So he's fighting Christian Bacasegua, who's a really unknown Mexican fighter.
That's easy money.
I'd
like to see him fight Puma.
I think Kosai winds up winning that fight, becoming a 4-division champion. And look, he wins that fight. The next fight is very easy. It should definitely be him in the Kozuda Ioka rematch. I'm Team Tanaka. I love me Kosai Tanaka. So we want it back in
I
blood.
put money on Ioka. I put money on Ioka when he fought Tanaka,
Yeah.
and I made good money.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did Otabek Komatov ever get back to you about the situation with his coach? I got forward in the fight. He didn't. I'm gonna reach out to him again. I'm gonna try to get him on the channel before the fight, or maybe who knows? I might. I'm debating whether I want to go to the fight as just a fan or do I want to actually cover the fight. Regardless, all I gotta do when I go to upstate New York is run into Otabek before the fight, and I'll get my interview. But it's a good fight. May the best man win. I've been very adamant about who I think's gonna win, and Raymond Ford has the. God bless, boxing. Raymond Ford has a final say. I don't get the final say. Raymond Ford. That's the beautiful thing about it. He gets the final say.
Yeah.
BT don't get the final say. Now I'm probably gonna get the last laugh, but I don't get the final say. He gets the final say, and based on what he does, that'll determine my reaction. It'll either be a reaction of like, "Yo, Raymond Ford is better than I thought he was. Congratulations on being champion," and then he'll probably be like, "Nah, stay over there on that side." He'll probably tell me that.
Well, we'll find out March 2nd, won't we?
Yeah, or I'm gonna point and laugh.
Or are we gonna find out on March 2nd?
We're gonna find out on March 2nd, so I can't wait.
The moment of truth.
MOT.
You remember? No, the day of reckoning. The day of reckoning for BT.
The day of
and
reckoning.
Raymond Ford.
No, that's not my day. No,
Somebody.
I mean, I like Otabek, but you know what his day of reckoning is gonna be. It ain't gonna be that fight. If he wins that fight, you know what his day of reckoning is gonna be. But we'll leave that up to your guys' imagination. What that will be. He knows though. Who should Bud fight? Honestly, I think he should head out to 154. Tim Tszyu. I would like
Don't
to.
be surprised if you see a Bud Crawford versus Cody Crowley here pretty soon. I'm just putting it out there.
That would be horrible.
I'm putting it out there.
Cody Crowley versus Bud.
I'm putting it out there. All right.
Yo, if he fights Cody Crowley, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I didn't say nothing.
All right, next question, next topic. Thurman has had a knockout in 9 years. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna change. Listen, I like Keith Thurman, all right? Hashtag KOs for life. Hashtag burn money. Remember when he's like, yeah, they call him money? Well, we gonna burn money.
He said, what did he say? Don't duck me, son.
Not a
Don't
boxing
duck me.
question. Did you watch Volkanovski? Nah, I didn't watch it, but
I did.
I heard about it. I knew
I
someone
did.
that went to the fight, but no, I didn't watch it. I don't watch I don't really watch MMA like that.
I did, and I got pissed because one of my friends was like, yeah, you gotta vote on this Volka guy. And then I seen it, this Volka guy. He
Wait,
got
so you heard there was an MMA fight and you were like, let's bet something?
Yeah, let's bet something. And then my boy said, yeah, bet on Volka. I don't even know how to say his name. And then I just see this fool, he just gets smashed by some Spaniard dude. Idiota Puri.
Rocky Austin says Keith Thurman is a good used car salesman.
Nah, man. Keith Thurman, bro, I'll tell you one thing. Keith Thurman, when he fought Robert Guerrero, gave me one of the best fights.
You were at that fight.
I was at that fight. That was a good fight, man. I had a blast. I was at the first PBC.
So that was so funny enough, right? That was the first PBC card, right?
ever.
I remember back in those days, I didn't know what the hell I was doing on YouTube. And I remember I took my camera, I pointed it right at the TV during Keith Thurman's post-fight interview, and I uploaded it to YouTube. And I got my first ever copyright strike on YouTube. That was beautiful.
I know.
And it said, you know what it said?
It said,
It was a big red box, and it said, you have a copyright strike from Heyman Boxing. So Al Heyman definitely knows who I am.
you probably were tripping when you seen that. Like, no.
I'm like, no. Well, at the time, like I told you, I didn't know shit about YouTube. So I'm like, oh, I guess this is bad.
It's over.
Oh.
Yeah, I just got a strike on Instagram. They said I get a big old strike where they say I cannot go live for one day. Ooh.
Ooh. The second copyright strike I got from Al Heyman was when I went live for Eric Saluman versus Jamel Charlo. That big red box popped up again. You got a copyright strike from Heyman Boxing. Thurman didn't even KO Josecito Lopez. Yeah. He almost got KO'd by Josecito Lopez.
Man, but Josecito Lopez, he's tough. Man, he's tough. I like Josecito Lopez. One of my favorite, funnest fighters to watch.
How many fights do you think Hayato Suzuki will take to fight for the world title?
Man, y'all don't remember, man, Josecito Lopez when he fought Maidana, man. He had Maidana going, too.
So, to answer your question, Arnab, I think Hayato Suzuki, he just signed a fight with Anselmo Moreno. That'll be for April. Did you hear about that?
Ooh, no.
Hayato Sutsumi's fighting Anselmo Moreno in April 17th.
Really?
Yeah, in Japan. So if he wins that fight, he's the number 10 contender. Moreno's 9. South Florida's very own Dominique Francis is number 8, and then Angelo Leo's number 7. I actually think that Tsutsumi, if he wins that fight, he might fight a final eliminator with Angelo Leo. That's what I think. That's what I think.
So?
I think so.
Okay.
Quite possibly.
Well, you're going to lose that eliminator. Shit. I've seen Angelo spar a lot of Filipino fighters.
Japanese.
Japanese, Filipino. Is this, I don't think that I would advise him not to do that. He'll be in a lot of trouble.
Your top 5 future pound for pound prediction for all prospects.
All I know is I've always said that my pound for pound number 1 was Terrence Crawford.
He did say that. But to answer your question though, I'll say I won't do a top 5. I'll just tell you I really am high on Abdullah Mason, and I have been for a long time.
Yeah, man, Abdullah, he's been showing out. Matter of fact, that's now that you just mentioned that Abdullah Mason, right? I'm gonna show BT something, man. Like,
What are you gonna show me?
I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you how much of Abdullah Mason I've actually been like. So Abdullah Mason.
You're watching him a lot?
Abdullah Mason right here. And then think about this. Look, hold on. I gotta find this. Look, Abdullah Mason.
Then you love you some Abdullah Mason, man. Abdullah Mason this and Abdullah Mason that. Okay. Okay, you watching Abdullah Mason True School Con. We see you, Johnny. We see you. How can you? Rocky says Keith Thurman is the most overrated welterweight of all time. He is not as good as people say he is.
Nah, man,
have you ever heard of Earl Spence?
No, man, absolutely.
How could you say that?
Man.
Have you ever heard of Earl Spence Jr.?
I feel like Keith Thurman gets a lot of disrespect in the welterweight division. The only person
He didn't pull out of a Manny Pacquiao fight, unlike Earl Spence.
No, the only person to ever beat Keith Thurman was Manny Pacquiao, and then Manny Pacquiao, he did get beat by Ugas, but Manny Pacquiao did retire, and I feel like none of the current welterweights in the division have beaten Keith Thurman. So I still feel like that still needs to be answered. I think Errol still should revisit that eventually.
Well, or what your boy Terrence?
Terrence too, and now they got questions with Boots. So I feel like
Earl is more accomplished than Keith part-time Thurman. How? How? Earl was a unified champion. Keith was a unified champion.
Nah, but Errol got 3 belts and he got 2.
So, Keith Thurman did 4 million views on CBS.
Yeah.
Boxing was better when Keith was champion. When Keith was number one welterweight, boxing was better. That's actually a fact.
Yeah.
Earl Spence Jr. When he was the guy at welterweight, the division was trash. The division literally got trashed the minute Earl became the unified champion. That's a fact. Because Earl couldn't handle the responsibility of being champion because he was too busy getting blitzed in the club and turning up. At least Keith Thurman had the decency to try to behave like a champion.
Bro, any updates on what's it called? On Frank Martin, man. I want to see Frank Martin fight.
Well, Javante Davis got his ankle monitor off, so hopefully they go up.
I want to see Frank Martin versus Ryan Swell.
Pacquiao just got denied a fight in the Olympics. Yeah, I did a video about it today when I was at the park. I haven't put it out yet, but yeah, man, good. He shouldn't be fighting in the Olympics. He's 45 years old, fighting kids.
Man, I wanted him to fight in the Olympics, man. I wanted to see it, man. I feel like that's dope, man. Those Olympic, but man, can you imagine a 17-year-old just goes in there, wins the gold medal, and says, "Yeah, I just beat Manny Pacquiao for it." Come on, give him a shot, man.
It definitely would have been good for the Olympics ratings. I'll tell you that.
Or what they should have a senior Olympic, guys like Joel Casamayor, guys like if Robert Guerrero wanted to retire, Andre Berto, Manny Pacquiao, all them guys, they should just do like a retired boxing like Olympic gold medal thing for their country.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be dope.
Shit, it would be dope. Thurman is the one who revived the division. Floyd did exactly. He was Floyd Mayweather's WBA mandatory for years. Floyd didn't want no smoke with Keith Thurman, right? And then Floyd tried to put Earl Spence on Keith Thurman when Earl wasn't even relevant like at all. He wasn't even there was nothing in the division. So people have all these bad things to say about Keith Thurman because of what he hasn't done over the last couple of years. But man, my memory's long, and I'm telling you guys, I remember it clearly. Because I was here on YouTube and I was having a ball covering Keith Thurman. The welterweight division was 10 times better when Keith Thurman was the number one guy. You got good fights. Ratings were great. It was a net positive.
He fought Danny Garcia at the Barclays. I know.
See, Hyro actually exposed himself as he said, BT, do you think me and Johnny are talking? But he commented that from the Jesus Rodriguez account. So I don't know. That's not my business. I'm cool with Johnny. I'm cool with you. That's between y'all. Y'all gotta settle that.
It's cool.
There
ain't nothing to settle. I stand on morals and principles.
He stands on morals and principles. Talk your shit, Johnny.
There ain't nothing to settle, man.
Exposed. Just so the chat knows, curious, which sport would you want to see come to Florida? A PGA Tour event? The Stanley Cup Final.
No. I don't know about.
I want the Stanley Cup Final in Florida every year.
I don't know about a sporting events, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer that myself. The World Cup is coming over here to America, and Las Vegas is not on the venture. And I want it to be Las Vegas, and I want Argentina to come play.
Well, too bad, because USA gonna beat them. Y'all can't beat us at soccer.
Yeah,
And that's right, it's called soccer now.
Does Hyro miss me, man? That's Hyro right now.
Hyro, do you miss Johnny? Are you guys gonna go through the I like when Hyro and Johnny argue because they're like a couple.
Man, nah, man.
Y'all should get a room.
Nah, man.
Y'all.
Man, I was serious. Look, I left all the group chats.
You did. I seen that.
And I blocked Hyro.
And you barely talk to me. I should just be happy that we on live right now.
Yeah. No, I talk to you.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Ducking me.
He says Bradley was Bradley was active the last time when Thurman was relevant in the division. That's okay. When Thurman was relevant in the division was healthy.
That's why you just said Tim
That's
Bradley is a
yeah.
great fighter.
Exactly. You mentioned him with great fighters. I'm going to the Dodgers game. I'm going to the Dodger game in Miami in September. For the Marlins? Okay, well I'll go. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I'll be in September, but if I'm around, I'll go to. I'll be honest. I don't like the Marlins have like
That's a
all.
meat-ass snake.
Huh?
That's a meat ass.
Where?
Oh, back there. Hold on.
Hold on, bro. How far away is it?
It's pretty far, bro. But it's
No, fuck that. We getting and now we ending this live. We not. Yo, I'm scared of snakes.
I'm joking.
Huh?
Oh, I knew you'd be scared.
Don't fuck with me with snakes, bro.
I knew you'd be scared because you're from Florida.
No.
Man. I had it.
Nah, there's plenty of people from Florida who like snakes. I just ain't one of them. I don't like snakes.
Nah,
I don't fuck with snakes, bro.
just wanted to
You
say,
trying to get me to like I'll bro, if a snake was here, I'll push you and I will run away. I'm not fucking with no snakes. It's too much.
I hope y'all got a good laugh, man.
Shakur Marriott, shout out to you, says yes, BT and Johnny, how are you guys? Go get a room. Yeah, exactly. Shakur is here, he's talking sense.
No, man, she come right
You know,
here.
I'm gonna go here because the lighting is better when I go like this.
You mean football? What's his name?
Football Focus, my man.
Football Focus?
Yeah, good old Shakur. What's good, Shakur? How you living, man? He said, "BT, there's a snake in your yeah, no, don't play on me. I'll kill someone.
I got him.
Listen, if it's me or you, it's gonna be you. I ain't playing with these snakes.
I got him pretty good, didn't I? Yeah.
Snakes are the devil. Anything that can move fast to me without arms, like yeah, that's too much."
Too much.
Bentley says he's going to that game to see Otani in the Japan and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So the pitcher from the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he played for my favorite baseball team in Japan, which is the Oryx Buffaloes. Shout out to the Buffaloes. But listen, no matter how disheartened I am about baseball right now, when they play the Marlins, they got to get smoked. They got to get beat. So hopefully the Marlins are competitive by the time the game happens. Have you ever seen Al Heyman in person? And if so, what is he like? Now, I haven't seen him, but my boy over there, Johnny, he has. Johnny, what's Al Heyman like in person?
He got big old hands. Big old hands, and he's I got a story to tell, but that's
We can't tell everything on the
That's a
live.
story for me, man.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy. He's
Raw
a real
Dog
funny
wants to
guy.
know where am I at? I'm worldwide. I'm international. That's where I'm at. I'm international. We're in the unofficial alternate Las Vegas headquarters.
Yeah.
This is the alternate headquarters. We got the main headquarters in Vegas, and we got this is the alternate headquarters.
What's the main quarter?
Well, the other place I'm staying at right now.
Huh? Yeah.
That's the main headquarters. This is the alternate headquarters.
Uh,
The other place I'm staying.
the chicken spot?
Huh?
Chicken spot?
The chicken spot. Chicken spot.
You said you had Hooters. Chicken spot?
No. That's not the headquarters. That wasn't the headquarters. That was just somewhere I stayed.
I've been to your headquarters.
You've been. He's been in the headquarters many times.
A few
But,
times.
but we in the alternate headquarters.
Yeah. It should be the original headquarters, man.
Hyro says, BT, I don't hate Johnny. I just love being a heel like The Rock.
Yeah.
He says, have you hit the West yet? Oh, yeah. I've been out West for a hot little minute. I'm in Vegas right now. I was in LA for a couple days recently.
So my question to Hyro.
I am the West, damn it.
So,
But Hyro says he doesn't hate you. He just loves being a heel.
so is Hyro rooting for The Rock? If he's rooting for The Rock, I'll applaud.
Hyro, are you rooting for The Rock?
Do you want The Rock to be Universal Champion? If he says he's rooting for The Rock to be, if he says he's rooting for The Rock to be Universal Champion,
The following still wants to know your feelings of the NFL and NBA Florida team. So, the Miami Dolphins are my second favorite NFL team. Shout out to the Dolphins. I would like to see them do well and win a Super Bowl at some point. The Heat, I'm indifferent towards the Heat.
man,
And the other teams that aren't South Florida, who cares? Because if it's not South Florida, then it doesn't matter.
the Heat. All I gotta say is the Heat gave me a heartbreak because I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. We got our
Yo,
league
speaking
back.
of that, you know when I was out in LA,
Thinking about getting our league back. Now the Panthers gotta get their league back the same way.
yo,
Yeah.
yeah. But when I was in LA, I was it was me and Eric's coach and this other coach. Somehow we started talking about basketball, and I was telling him that Tim Duncan's better than like a lot of players.
That's a fact.
Jairo say he loves being here. You and Johnny are married. Yeah, they are married. They're like a married couple.
Who said that?
I'm really hoping that like, when me and the undisclosed person that I currently like, when me and her get together, I hope we're not as toxic as Johnny and Hyro. I'll tell you that right now, straight like that. I hope we're not as toxic as them.
I asked Hyro a question. I said, is he rooting for The Rock?
He says, but Tua and the Dolphins are our culture. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, the Dolphins are cool. I enjoyed the Dolphins in the 2000s with like Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas, Ricky Williams. I enjoyed those Dolphin teams. But then once they rebranded to that ugly ass Miami C Corium logo, I couldn't do it. They got to go back to the old jerseys. Now my culture, I'm from Dania Beach, which means that geographically speaking, the Florida Panthers is my culture. The Marlins is my culture. That's my culture. But I know the Dolphins. The Dolphins to me are the most overrated sports team in all South Florida. Like that's a fact. There's no refuting it. There's no team in South Florida that chokes and gets more hype than the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, man. But Tua Tagovailoa, man. They got a future.
But then when I leave you open by accident, just you're not gonna take
What are the rumors of the WBC and more judges for the I haven't heard about that yet, to be honest. But yeah, we still here, man. My phone's on 10%, so we're gonna go until my phone dies.
Yo,
My phone dies. When it's done, it's done.
when it's finished, it's finished.
When it's finished, when it's finished. But you get them in because you don't know when this thing can cut off.
Yo, matter of fact, before it cuts off, I want to read people my pound list.
No, we're not doing. If you do that right now, we'll end the live. We're not gonna do that.
All right, can I read them?
No, please, bro, please. I don't want to hear your pound list, bro. Please, I'll beg you. This dude's pound list be. Johnny has the obsession with the pound list.
I love the pound list, man.
Tim Duncan is that guy when BT describes his career, it's different. I know. I was trying to describe it to these two these two, I don't want to call them fools, I respect them, but these two guys that I was arguing about basketball with, and they just didn't get it. Like, I was trying to explain to them that I like winners. You know, I like winning, and I like winners, and I love consistency. And they thought it was crazy that I thought Tim Duncan is better than LeBron. But of course he's better than LeBron. They played twice in the finals. LeBron got his ass whooped twice out of 3 times.
And one of them he got swept.
And one of them he got swept. So of course he's better.
As a matter of fact, on a head-to-head, Tim Duncan has a winning record.
Yeah, winning record against him. He never missed the playoffs.
Like winners.
And I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan. And my team, you know, I know bad basketball when I see it. So because I know what bad basketball is, I know what great basketball is.
I got friends on the Hornets, man.
Oh God,
The Hornets, the truth.
Tim Duncan is more clutch.
Yeah.
No, you don't anymore because one of them got traded.
Yeah. Well, I know one person on the Atlanta Hawks.
This is crazy. These lives, bro. We talk boxing, but shit out. We talk everything because it's that time of the night.
Well, it is true sports.
Yeah, believe it or not, this did start off as a basketball shoe review channel. Most people don't even know that, but if you go back deep into the archives, you'll see.
Man, you guys need to go back and listen to BT's voice back then compared to now. Y'all gonna see, man.
Wow, Johnny, tell him what was the BT voice like when I was a young man to now?
It was, for some reason, it was deeper, and he was very monotone or whatever.
Monotone?
Monotone, yeah. But matter of fact, I'll let you guys just hear.
No, we don't need to do all that. I'll end this live, bro. They can go look for themselves. I don't want to hear my stuff when I was a kid.
Just 20 seconds.
No, bro. All right, baby. Take that shit out, bro. I don't want to see young BT.
Young tempo.
On pre untouchable BT. We don't need to see that.
His MB.
Mark Wynn says, if you start talking about sky fairies or patches from the fucking Bible, I will unsubscribe. Talk boxing, not religious crap. All right. I will rejoice and be glad in your love, for you knew the anguish and the affliction of my soul. Psalm 37:1.
Yeah.
God bless you, champ.
Yeah,
Feel free to unsubscribe.
Who said that?
Ask a boxing question. Like, look, I'm here for the boxing. If y'all got boxing questions, ask. But like, don't come at me sideways. Cause if you come at me sideways about,
I want to read it.
he said, if you start talking about sky fairies or passages from the effing Bible, I will unsubscribe. Talk box. So ask me a boxing question. I'm here. What's good? Ask the question.
Team Jesus, man. It says.
What are your? Go ahead.
As the world hated him first, so they shall hate you.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
yourself.
Take yourself before you wreck yourself, champ. Thoughts on Jonathan Gonzalez finally getting back against Rene Santiago? Do you think he will finally step up and fight Ken Shiro or Nuchinga? I think the Santiago fight he should win. And yeah, he needs to get he single-handedly threw off the entire timetable for the light flyweight division undisputed picture because he was supposed to fight Ken Shiro. They had a contract signed. I've talked to Ken Shiro myself about that fight. Ken Shiro is very confident about that fight. He loves that fight. Who do you say is the best team in baseball right now? The Braves is probably the most complete team right now. I'm going to go with the defending champions, the Texas Rangers.
Nah, man. Y'all don't know about the best team in baseball.
The Yankees?
The Yankees, man. The Yankees is way better than them niggas.
Margarita versus Tito at 147, both with Lord of Raps who wins. I'm gonna go with Tito.
My question, if you guys don't agree with the Yankees, how many World Series y'all got? We got 27.
The Marlins got 2 of them, and one of them is against the Yankees. The Yankees have never won a World Series against the Marlins.
Yeah, but we got 27.
Hyro says, BT, I hope you cover PBC more often. Well, give me some PBC questions and I'll answer them. You know, we're here.
Howard never answered. Is he rooting for The Rock?
He did say he's rooting for The Rock.
He's rooting for The Rock?
Yeah, he is. He is.
All right,
He's rooting for The Rock.
I'm blocking.
Canelo versus Berlanga looking likely for May 4th if Berlanga. You know what's crazy? That was a fight that I thought, well, before Canelo went to PBC, I thought that was a fight that they were going to do. And I still think, like, that fight along with Munguia is just one of those fights that Canelo at any time has in his back. Like, don't let Edgar Berlanga look good against Patrick McCroy. Because if you look good against Patrick McCroy, Canelo going to say, look, what you calling?
Colorado. You said he's rooting for The Rock, so
Why you calling up?
he got a chance. He got an answer.
Nello would ice Berlanga.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Berlanga almost lost that Colombian dude that was 36 years
Romero
old.
Angulo?
Yeah.
Shit, he beat Anthony
He's
Sims.
the running back of Romero Angulo, man.
I want to see Berlanga against Munguia.
Yeah.
Tio is for a fact the first male to become two-time undisputed. I mean, there's a lot of debate about that with the whole franchise situation. It's really tiring to talk about, but Teofimo Lopez is a fantastic fighter, and he's not really the best at dealing with counter punchers or pure boxers or southpaws. He's a guy that needs to be mid-range to really look good against you. So it is what it is there. But look, guys, look. We like 71 minutes deep. I'm actually starting to get a little tired of my damn self. It's late at night. I've appreciated every last second, every last minute I've been on here.
Hold on. Give him like, if y'all want to drop some super chats
Yeah.
so we can get some Del Taco.
Well, this live is going to end soon. I don't need this switch. I'm good. I mean, if they want to, they can, but I'm not going to beg for it. Like, we just here for the boxing. We'll be live again tomorrow or later on tonight, I should say. So, yeah, this has been 90 days of boxing, day 31.
Yeah.
You know? It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. You don't touch him, boy.
By the way, shout out to Pops, man. Good to see you, Pops. Yeah, and Pop said, does BT ever sleep? I do sleep, but it's
It's not time to sleep.
it's not time to sleep yet, you know? To be great, you got to sacrifice. Eric Thomas once said, when you want success as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you will be successful. And I heard that many times, and it's now starting to register.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think I'm ever gonna watch success as bad as I'm ever gonna breathe. Because as soon as I stop breathing, I ain't gonna be able to.
What are your
sleep.
feelings on professional wrestling? For me, it's nothing to be taken serious. I think professional wrestling's trash now, but I grew up loving professional wrestling. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rob Van Dam, Scotty 2 Hotty, Scott Steiner. You know, I loved wrestling back in the 2000s and whatnot, early 2000s, late 90s, mid 2000s, but I can't watch. It's too PG for me now, but
Matter of fact,
I know Johnny likes it.
since we talking about wrestling and then we talk about boxing. Shout out to my good friend Frank Stayer, man. Manages the top ranked boxing
Jim.
gym, and if like he's down to talk some boxing, but sometimes he's like, it's my job.
Did you see Callum Walsh was on Monday Night Raw today?
But he'll always, but with Frank Stayer, he knows all the fighters, top of the top fighters. But if you ask Frank Stayer about wrestling, it don't matter when you ask him, he's always gonna have time for it, man.
Yeah.
Shout
Did
out
you
Frank
see
Stayer.
Jamal Charlo saying Aiden Ross pay me? I saw that about an hour ago when I was on Twitter. Yeah.
Why- Can someone explain that to me?
So Aiden Ross does like influencer boxing events and he has people commentate. And Jamal Charlo called him while he was on a stream and was like, "Yo, how much you charge? Like get me on commentary. You got to pay me to do commentary." Like he's basically begging for a check.
Damn. So he just exposed him.
He exposed himself.
Damn.
So,
Crazy.
but look, guys, I'm a little tired. I'm very tired, and I want to just kind of unwind. So, yeah, it's been a great live. We appreciate everyone that stopped by and dropped their questions and contributed to the live. Angelo, who was here earlier, Angelo Leo.
You don't get tired, man. We gotta do another 71 minutes.
My phone's gonna die.
I gotta charge.
No, we're not doing that, champ. We
Come
not.
on, fans.
We not doing that, champ, bro. We're not doing that.
Ask
Cause
the
I'm gonna
chat.
be tired from the live. I gotta pace myself. I got freaking 59 days left of this.
Ask the chat.
You can't just burn out. You can't just. Nah, bro. We're not doing that. So look, guys. God bless you. It was great being here. Thank you for being here. Check out all the content. If you didn't see Kermel Moen, Jahan Ingram, Arnold Barbosa, Alexis Rocha, Jeff Mayweather, go check all them interviews out. And there's like 5 more dropping tomorrow. Jose Zepeda dropping tomorrow. Jeff Ports is dropping tomorrow. More Jeff Mayweather, more Kermel Moen. So just look, man, the untouchable. We can't be stopped. All right. It only gets bigger and better. And yeah, just I'm grateful. It's a beautiful time in life. And yeah, on that note, guys. live fight reaction Saturday. 2 of them. One for Junta Nakatani, from me and Angelo and Eric and whoever else is gonna be at that. Maybe Johnny Tetsu as well. And then Pops. Pops will be live for Edgar Berlanga. You know, but
We're not going live for everyone?
nah, we'll probably just chill. But yeah, take care. God bless. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.